Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight? Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Thanks for coming out tonight. It's my first time at one of these meetups, so it's really great to see all of you. My name is Shay, and I'm a developer advocate at Discord. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about our developer platform, specifically how games are being built and integrated into Discord. So how many of you have used Discord before? Love to see it, just had to make sure. Has anyone here built a Discord app or a Discord bot in the past? Cool, one person, that's great, that's great, that's great. For the rest of you, I'll teach you how to do it today. We're going to keep this pretty short. I'm just going to give an overview of our platform, the features that exist in it, a couple examples of gaming apps that exist on the platform, and how to kind of get started. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of time for Q&A at the end as well, and if not, I'm happy to talk with anyone after the talks tonight. So to get off and start, apps let you customize and extend your Discord servers. So we have over 450,000 active developers that have built over 500,000 active apps that are in millions and millions of servers. Here are just like a couple of quick examples, but apps can do all sorts of things, from help you moderate your server, administrate it, to like putting social and fun games within the server itself. People also do things like streaming notifications or plugging into external services or pulling game stats in, which we'll touch on in just a second. And it may be obvious, but Discord users centralize their activity around messages often, messages inside of channels. Engagement and interactivity are already happening there, so a lot of the times apps are in the exact same place. And so you'll see things like interactivity added to messages that bots and apps will add to make it a more interactive experience for users already where they're chatting, where they're talking, and where they're communicating. Outside of just messages, though, apps have access to a lot of other types of functionality. One is commands, which are the primary entry point for applications inside of Discord. And there are three types of commands. One is slash commands, which are invocable via the text input. The slash, if you type backslash or press the plus sign. And this is really the primary point for app interaction. It's where a user goes to seek out an app's functionality. So a lot of like gaming apps and things with text-based games within Discord will have like a start command in there that'll kind of prompt the game to start within Discord. Message commands are contextualized to a specific message. So it's helpful for taking action on something that's being said within Discord, accessible via the context menu. And then you have user commands, which can be actions taken on a user. So this is helpful for like moderation style things, like timing out a user or something like that. But it's also really helpful in the gaming context to do things like look up stats about a specific user. And the one probably most relevant to like gaming apps on Discord in general is user metadata. There's a couple of different areas in Discord where you, as a developer, can kind of input user metadata about a Discord user. So the one on the left is rich presence, which allows you to actually populate a user's profile with information about the game they're playing that's associated with your app. And so this doesn't need to live inside of Discord or anything, but if they're authenticated with your app, you can display this on their profile itself, which allows other users to see they're playing or allow other users to actually connect directly to the game they're playing. And then the other one, which is a little bit newer, is linked roles, which allows you to allows administrators to actually create dynamic roles within Discord that are associated with your game metadata. So let's say you have some channels within Discord and you want certain things to only be accessible if that person is verified on a game platform or has a certain number of badges or has other metadata in your game associated with them. That's possible with linked roles, and admins can create really custom experiences, and you as a developer can kind of control what metadata admins have access to with your app. And then this slide is basically a catch-all, and basically anything you as a user can do inside of Discord, apps sort of have access to as well in some capacity. So things like AutoMod help populate like our moderation APIs. One that's really cool for games specifically is voice connections. So like over lockdown and stuff like that, I was playing a lot of like Among Us with friends inside of Discord, with friends that didn't game a lot. And so it was like a really good social atmosphere. And there's a couple of Discord apps that were built to connect directly to like voice channels within Discord and automatically like mute and unmute players as games begin and end and just help facilitate the gameplay in like a really custom way. And it's pretty powerful to see apps having access to that and creating these really unique custom server experiences that aren't otherwise possible. And so yeah, apps exist out there that customize the server in all kinds of ways. And there's a lot of different types of gaming apps on Discord that are using these different APIs, as well as a set of them that I'll talk about on the next slide, I believe. But there are things like self-contained mini-games, which are full experiences built inside of Discord. But more often than not, there's also like gaming integrations. So there's things that are pulling in stats and user data, wikis directly into Discord where users are already playing and communicating about a game with each other. And it allows them to pull in their own metadata as well as like look up things about their friends or servers, or do things like run tournaments or do matchmaking directly in like a community that is focused around a specific game. And some examples of this is Virtual Fisher is one of the mini games inside of Discord. So this is built by one of our developers. It's in over 200,000 servers, and it is pretty basic and text-based, but has some pretty deep functionality. You're able to like fish and have an inventory and a shop all within Discord. They have leaderboards both on a server and a global level built in, and it just creates this really interesting interaction all through text and buttons and really simple interactions. But on the other side, here's one of the examples of an integration with an existing game. So Albert is in something like 50,000 servers, I believe, and it connects to Valorant itself. And so it allows you to connect your Valorant account, display that metadata on your own Discord user profile, view stats within Discord itself about yourself or about others, and then do matchmaking like right within Discord. And then we have a whole other suite of kind of gaming apps that have popped up recently called Activities. And Activities are currently in kind of a closed beta for developers, but they're custom multiplayer experiences within voice channels. And they're basically iframes embedded within Discord with custom SDKs and APIs that allow you to create really multiplayer collaborative experiences right within Discord. So on the left, we have some that are currently released, like Sketchheads, Land.io, Bobble League, Spellcast, and we've worked both with our in-house studio, but also with game studios, both indie and large game studios, to start building out custom experiences with these studios to offer within Discord. And we're excited in the coming months to expand that access to more game developers, and if you have an interesting idea for an activity or you think your app that you're already building makes a lot of sense in the context of Discord in this really like social multiplayer experiential way, would love to hear from you. We have both like me here, of course, as well as we have a page dedicated to like finding interest for game devs, discord.com/build. Where you can kind of talk to us about your ideas for activities, the things you're interested in building, and it would be lovely to connect with some of you. I've seen already like a lot of cool gaming experiences over here, and I think a lot of it would be really cool inside of Discord. And so would love to talk to you all about that. Otherwise, for getting started resources, we have a couple of links up here. One is a getting started guide as well as our developer documentation. Those are really the best ways to get started. And we also have just like community resources like SDKs and stuff like that. That's about all I have. I kept it pretty short, and I have some time for questions if anyone has those, or happy to answer those after this.